Welcome to Silverado Middle School's 2020 Digital Back to School Night. In this presentation, I will be sharing some things I'd like you to know about myself and my classes, as well as hopefully answering some questions that you have. If by any chance I get to the end of this presentation and have not answered your questions, please use the link on the very last slide, and it's a questionnaire, and if you send it to me with your questions, I will make sure that I answer them and return it promptly. A little bit about myself. I'm Miss Flint, and I've been at Silverado Middle School for 16 years now. All 16 years Silverado Middle School, I received my teaching credential from Sonoma State. Before that, I was at San Francisco State, where I got my BA in psychology. I grew up in Southern California and decided around 20 years old that I was more of a Northern California kind of girl. But I still miss the landscape and my family and go home often to visit my sister, my niece, and my dad, and Tanner, the dog. This sort of looks like my classroom, which is located right by the office. Um, I teach beginning theater, language arts, and social studies, all sixth grade. In drama, we do a variety of things. We practice collaboration and being supportive of each other. The students will learn to give monologues and write poems. Um, there are some amazing memorization skills and practices to practice. And I prepare the students with what they need to know for the performing arts Common Core, but also what they need to know if they want to continue next year to intermediate drama with Mr. Beggs. I also teach language arts. Language arts was my favorite growing up. And Study Sync is our main program, and a lot of it is online. Students will get a workbook, though, also. And Study Sync involves all the big pictures of language arts, plot and author's purpose, and predicting and explaining your reasoning. There's all the big critical thinking skills, so many of them that Study Sync goes over. And about 3 years ago, I came across a program. It was recommended by another teacher called Quill. And it's great because while it's Study Sync is fantastic in teaching big picture language arts, I think it's important to keep in mind the smaller picture, which is grammar and punctuation, which are very much needed for writing. In addition, I teach social studies, and a textbook is The History Alive, the Ancient World. We start with studying about the different social scientists and then begin to think just like them as we continue to look at and study the ancient civilizations, beginning with Mesopotamia and ending with Rome. Asynchronous and synchronous, you probably have heard of. For synchronous, I think of it's the work that we do together in class, the lessons that need to be teacher-led, the questions that need to be answered immediately. The asynchronous work is the work that comes out of those things after a lesson has been taught. The work that has been assigned in class, if not finished, becomes asynchronous work. Also, a standalone constant of asynchronous work is the 30 minutes of reading nightly and responding on a reading log. Sorry about that. The reading logs will change depending on which skills we're practicing in StudySync. What I want my reading response logs to have or be made up of are the skills that we're learning in class. That way, students can go home and choose a book or a magazine of their choice and practice the same skills with something of their choice at home. If your student ever says they don't have homework, it's not true. They have 30 minutes of reading nightly. Our grade books are split into 5 categories: knowledge and thinking, written communication, oral communication, agency, and collaboration. This is a link to a presentation that breaks down what these all mean. And while I will be teaching with different tools and platforms such as StudySync and Google Classroom and Quill, etc., all of my final scores will be put, all of my grades will go into one place, and that's the Aries portal. So you won't find grades in StudySync, you won't find grades in Google Classroom. They will be posted when I'm finished grading into the Aries portal. I'm so thankful that you were able to view this, and here's my email and phone number. And just so you know, I'm available on Tuesdays and Fridays between 8:10 and 8:45. And here's that link I was talking about. If you still have questions, feel free to contact me by using this link. Thank you very much. Welcome to Silverado Middle School. The students this year are awesome and sweet and patient, and I can't wait to meet them in person. So it's going to be a great year, and have a great night. Bye-bye.